My mother is Irish on her side of the family. So, you know what? On St. Patrick's Day, I have corned beef and cabbage and maybe a green beer. Trust me, I'm not Irish. I'm an American. That's the point. There is no one in America who's an American citizen. That Donald Trump
right, but
is
I mean,
German.
when the Irish came here, they weren't viewed as American. In fact, the racism against Irish people was overwhelming.
I understand, which is why we have to move past this and not do a thing where we are, in essence, resegregating the country. That's a bad thing.
Anna, is this
no,
resegregation?
Jeff, no, he's, Jeff, it must be so nice to be a white male.
What does that have
America
to do with it,
and be
Anna?
able to this? That I think you just completely missed the point of what makes us wonderful here in America is that I can go celebrate St. Patrick's Day and that you can celebrate Cinco de Mayo
yes.
or you can celebrate the 15th of September, and that does not define being American.
Agreed.
Go to the Vietnam Wall. Go to any of the memorials. Go to Arlington and take a look at all of the Polish, Italian, Hispanic
Correct.
names that you will see on those. They bled and they died for
Right.
this country. But many of them are the children, or they themselves came here without speaking English and became American. So there is no such, you know what's beautiful about America? That there is not one single label of Americanism. America means loving your country. America means sacrificing for your country. America means putting your country first. It does not mean what language you came here speaking. It does not mean what holiday you celebrate. It means patriotism, love of country, and shared values. It has nothing to do with culture.
I more or less 100% agree with everything you've just said. I'm not disagreeing with that. My concern is that we have, with all this business of identifying communities, this community, that community, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, with all the emphasis on that it keeps people from assimilating into the larger American culture.
Nobody does more
sorry,
identity politics than Donald Trump. The guy who came down, announced he was running for president and called Mexicans rapists. Nobody does more identity politics than the guy who called for the Muslim ban. Nobody does more identity politics than the guy who tweets out against transgenders. So if you want there to be no identity politics, my request to you is to start by telling the president you support, regardless of what he does, to stop doing it himself.